Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I wanted to show you a little bit of a secret trick that a lot of people don't know about this game, and that is the extreme value of mushrooms in this game. So, Aberration adds in 4 unique consumable mushrooms. Those are the Agravatic, the Acerbic, the Aquatic, and the Auric. Now, all 4 of them actually have like a secret purpose and some hidden special abilities. Now, you have to read them in order to understand what that means, and they've also got a couple of special things that I'll show you throughout this video. So let's talk about the basics. So Agravatics, basically these are very, very food driven. You will fill your food up a ton if you eat Agravatic, and not only that, it counts as a mini medical brew. So if you eat like 10 of these, you can heal almost all the way back up to full health. So eating just a few of these are like cheap medical brews, which is super cool to have access to. Acerbic mushrooms, and again, there are other special abilities I'm going to talk about in just a second. I'm just talking about like the basic stuff. Acerbic mushrooms are essentially, each one of these is the same torpidity as a single narcotic. So if I was to apply an acerbic mushroom, it's basically got the same, 1 acerbic equals 1 narcotic. I think it's like 40 points to 40 points, give or take. So acerbic are much better overall to use as a narcotic than, because you just harvest them. Super easy, super cheap. And they also, each one counts as a narco berry, even though it does a lot more torpidity than a single narco berry. Now, next up is your aquatic mushrooms. These aquatic mushrooms, they give you a water buff, a water boost, and there's also a secret ability that I'll show you in like 10 seconds how to make that work. And then the auric mushrooms, these are basically the acerbics are basically walking narcotics. These are basically walking stimulants. Now, auric, when you eat them, they are essentially a stim berry but better. They will give you a boosted recovery in your stamina as well as like instant recovery, and you can gather all of these by using a sickle on any mushroom in the game, red or blue. And so here's the first example. You see this little thing that we're in right now, this like hallucinogenic storm. If you eat Agravatic mushrooms when you're in this, you're actually immune to it, and it gets rid of the effect. See how I've got that little shield in the bottom right of my screen now? Agravatic mushrooms actually prevent you from taking damage from that right there, which is pretty freaking cool, obviously, because you want to avoid that. So definitely take advantage of that. So not only are they micro health brews, but they heal you. They prevent you from taking damage to the hallucinogenic storm, and they give you quite a bit of food as well. Now, the next thing that you need to know is the blue mushrooms. You're going to run into this, and sometimes you're going to run into like the air effect over here. I'm looking for some blue mushrooms right now. I just can't find them. Usually you find them near blue gems, but unfortunately I'm being a bozo and I can't find it near blue gems right now. Really? Where's the blue mushrooms, game? Please tell me where the blue mushrooms are. They're there. Okay. So the blue mushrooms, amongst these are slightly more purple ones, and they're going to emit this like blue cloud storm. If you eat aquatic mushrooms during this, it'll get rid of that status effect and actually prevent you from actually getting a new status effect from these mushrooms. And these ones are, see that like slightly purple one? That is how you know that those are going to be the ones that emit that. Now it's going to give you 100 seconds of freezing and knock you out, basically. So having some aquatic mushrooms around is a very, very strong thing to have access to, because you're going to have to eventually just avoid taking damage from that. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to know about is, now that we have all these mushrooms, oh wow, did they get rid of it? I think they may have gotten rid of it. It used to be you could have a mushroom brew, and mushroom brew would prevent your tames from having any sort of radiation damage, but I guess not. You had to learn it, but maybe it's not something you learn. You can just make it. But anyway, so that's what all 4 of those mushrooms do. Each one is also something that you can feed, if you didn't know this, as like a kibble outside of the plant species Z seed to any of the light pets. And those light pets can be fed the special mushroom that is in there. The shine horns, I believe, is, maybe I'm crazy, I think it's Agravatic. Yeah, it's Agravatic. So you can feed all of these things, and that is how you do it. So the mushrooms will give you actually a bunch of bonus stats. Definitely capitalize on it and use that for what you will. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. And other than that, teach out.